Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So I have a two-part yard sale haul for you guys today. I was going to originally just release one, but then I filmed it and it wasn't that long. I didn't have a whole ton of stuff from that first sale. And then I went and had some yard sales this weekend and I found a few more things. So I decided I'd just mash them up together so you'll see me in two different outfits. So I have part one that I've already filmed and then this part two right here. So both of these were yard sale weekends. The first weekend was mostly church yard sales, a couple thrift store finds. And then this was also a church yard sale and a couple other yard sale finds, no thrift stores today. So we will jump back first to previous Annalisa and she will show you what she got. So this week I have a small little thrift slash yard sale haul. I wasn't originally going to even film this, but I have a new piece of art that I picked up at the yard sales and I just had to share it because it's so amazing, and I would share once it got hung up, but I don't know how long that's going to take me to get it hung up. I keep looking over here to the side because it's over here and I'm gonna have to pull that over here to show you guys. But first we'll start with the clothes. So I got, I think most all of this, except for a couple pieces, were from a thrift store. The thrifting wasn't super amazing this day, which is fine. I went to a church yard sale where all of the clothing was $1, and I know some people might think like not all church yard sales are created equal. It depends on the congregation, how many young people, how many older people, how many families, all of that sort of stuff. So I got a few pieces of clothing. I was really excited about that, and this is also where the painting comes from. So first is a Meadow Rue blouse, which is just so feminine and lovely. I love these ruffle details. It's one of those tops that's just really flattering. This is originally from Anthropologie, so heaven knows how much this originally was. I guess like at least 60 bucks. I don't know. I haven't been in an Anthropologie since I was a teenager. I went one time on vacation and we walked through it and they had like samples of like juice and cookies, and I remember like thinking like, oh, this is a fancy store. Like this is an experience to come here. So very excited to pick that up for myself. And then next, this brand is just Now and Gen, like Gen, like generation, with Sonoma. This is just a pretty fall colored midi skirt. It's just a nice rust color. It's got a couple of little navy blue tiers to it. Just very pretty, lightweight, but it does have a lining, which I like, and it's fully lined. I greatly dislike when people make like a long sheer maxi skirt and then they make a little teeny tiny lining, so you might as well be wearing a midi skirt because nothing's covered. But not the case with this one. This is actually a really nice fabric. And then I got two identical cardigans. I was so excited about this. I think it's just a boutique label. It's Maisoli. I have not looked that up, but that's what the tag looks like. And they're just two very pretty thin, kind of a ribbed knit cardigan. They have these very pretty oversized pockets. So this one's just like a mauvey pink color, very pretty. The materials tag on this one was cut out. The other one had the size tag, I think, which is how I knew that they were smalls. I've never seen a better organized church yard sale than this. Everything was organized by size and type of clothing for the most part. Like women's pajamas in small were here, or women's t-shirts in small were here, or anything that was like nicer, that was like a hang-up item like this. And actually everything I bought was a hang-up item. I didn't get any pajamas or anything like that, but like jeans were folded, which they didn't have any jeans in my size. Finding jeans in my size is not the easiest feat. And they have these sweet little buttons that do function, like you can button them, this little metal buttons. So that's the first one, the pink mauve, which I think I'm gonna get the most wear out of that one. And then this one, I think this one was the one that had a size tag, because I just bought them both. Yeah, this one had the tag still. And I can tell she's washed it a lot. This is a great thing to look for when you're looking for like how well something's held up. You can tell from this tag that it's been laundered a lot and it still looks like it's in perfect condition. So it probably, fingers crossed, will last for me quite a long time. And this is a beautiful mint green color. And this is the perfect thing for this time of year right now, where in the mountains here we have chilly mornings, and then like right now it's 85. But this morning when I got up it was like 55. So it's nice to be able to throw this over a dress. Like I've got a denim shirt tied up over this dress. Like I said before, I think y'all probably think all I wear is denim, but that's because I'm always wearing a dress or a skirt and I like wearing denim with them. But 2 cute new long cardigans are gonna look so great, and they look really great with this new dress that I purchased. This was from the start of the 2 things I got at the thrift store, so not much. But this is from the brand Flax, which is a very, very expensive brand. I try to keep up with like what brand labels are nicer, what brands are sold at department stores like Crown and Ivy, or Antonio Milani is sold at Dillard's, those sort of things, so I can kind of know what their price points are, so I know if this is like a higher end item. I call it like, you have like middle class high end, and then you have like the uber rich high end, where you know like a single dress is like $900 or something like that, versus like regular people high end is like the dress was like $150 and you'd wear it to a wedding. But it's nice to be able to keep those in your head. So like Flax is a very expensive label, but I have never been in a store that carried it because I don't live in that kind of an area that has these kind of stores. But anyways, it's just rayon and acetate, but it hangs so lovely. It's just a black long, it's like a t-shirt style dress, but this is a thin material, and as you can see on camera, it's just like this in person. It is a very nice dark black, but this material is thin but not see-through, so perfect. I used to have a black t-shirt dress from Gap that I wore so much it just eventually bit the dust, which, you know, that's when you buy your clothes secondhand, that's what happens. So I was really thrilled to be able to pick this up and replace that dress in my closet. So I don't wear a lot of black in the summer, but it stays hot here in the fall when I'm ready to start wearing like fall colors like this black. So like this with this cardigan for fall with a little pair of tennis shoes is gonna look so fabulous. And then this item is Tangerine, which is normally sold, I've only ever seen it at Sam's Club, so if it's sold other places, I wouldn't know. But this is at minimum sold at Sam's, and it is just a full zip dark purple eggplant color athletic jacket. And I feel like everybody has things depending on where they live that are hard to thrift. Full zip activewear and like even quarter zips, I used to find those a lot, but full zip activewear for me the most jackets wise is so hard to find. I can find leggings or tank tops or whatever, but like the jackets almost never. So very excited about that. It's very flattering. It's got those mesh panels on the side and it's going to look lovely. So let me grab the painting because it's a big boy. So I've got to bring it over here and show you guys. Okay, so I even tried to back up the camera a little bit and I'll hold this up to show you. This was only $10. They told me that a local 3rd grade teacher painted this. Well, local to where the church was. It was a little bit of a drive for me, not that long, but it's not in my town where I live. But it was painted in the year 2000 because she did sign her name. And y'all, this is amazing. So this frame is like actual wood. I'll show you the back in a second, but let me stand behind this and show you just how incredible this is. The detail, the colors. I love irises. I think this is just so lovely. The frame is actually wood. There's only one spot, I think, where there's like a ding on it, except now of course I'm not seeing it, but I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was at the sale. And you can tell that this was like a very nice framing job. This is heavy because you can see this is all solid wood back here on just a framed matting. Can't even get the words out because it's so amazing. But yeah, this is, oh my gosh, such an incredible painting. I love this detail of how the background is, I don't know what you call that, but like that blotchy look to it. I know nothing about art. I have a lot of original art because I have thrifted a lot, and the majority of mine actually came from one really incredible estate sale when I lived in Virginia Beach. It was run by a family and it was not well advertised. It was, a ton of people showed up because it was in a very expensive neighborhood, and all of her original art, no matter what the size, was $1. So I got a ton of it. Luckily I brought my husband with me. I told him to stand in the corner and I would pile things at his feet, and he's so good. He's so good. He just stood there and let me pile things. And my only regret is that I didn't get more stuff at that sale, because she had impeccable taste in art. She was, you could tell, a lady that liked a lot of color, liked a lot of florals, a woman after my own heart. And yeah, so I am really excited just to clean this up a little bit, maybe put some wood oil on there and make it look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now that you're back from previous Annalisa's haul, wasn't that painting amazing? I love finding artwork at yard sales. So I went to a church yard sale, and that was what I went to first. I did not find a whole ton at that yard sale. It was a small congregation, so there wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but I did get this really awesome little item. This is one of those decorative storage boxes, and it says the Cottage Garden, fresh cut flowers, love grows here, for $2. I don't know how much it originally was, but I thought $2 sounded pretty good. It was brand new on the inside. Still has the silica packet in it. Somebody had given them a lot of these for that sale, but this was my favorite, and I didn't want to get too many. I love like hidden storage things, so I might put my hats and gloves for winter in here. I'm not sure. I haven't totally decided what I want to store in here yet, but I always love these kind of like hidden boxes to hide away storage. And then I also got from that one, I got mostly books at that yard sale, which I don't have all of them to share. I already put them away because it was mostly like children's books that I've been collecting. But I did get a book written here in East Tennessee called President Andrew Johnson of Greenville, Tennessee by Robert Orr, which I think President Johnson is the only president to come from the state of Tennessee. Pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So I thought it would just be really interesting to read, you know, about the only president that we've had in Tennessee. I read a book called White House Ladies, and I thought that was really interesting. So it's interesting to read about our presidents, and this is like a short read. I don't want to read like some gigantic biography about them, but I think this one will be cute. And then I went to a sweet little older couples yard sale in a neighborhood, and my mom and I both got a few different things from them. But first I got this beautiful little butterfly trivet for $1. It was just so cute. I could not pass that up. I love anything with butterflies. It reminds me of Dolly Parton, and I just love them. So I had to pick that up. She had a little OPI nail polish for 50 cents. I thought this was cute. The color is 7 Wonders of OPI. So I picked that up. This they gave to me for free, and I'm going to try to clean it and fix it back up. It was 10 cents. He just rounded down and gave it to me for free. Just a very intricate, I think this is silver box. I'm not sure, but because of the tarnish on the inside is what makes me think that it is real silver. So I'm going to try and tackle getting this cleaned, but it is just so lovely. And then next, I think this was it's back here as $1. I was trying to see, I couldn't remember if the tag was still on there or not. She did a lot of these sweet little paper tags. Is this sweet little baby doll. Look how precious she is. She's just in this long little gown. I just thought, oh, she'd be so cute on display in a nursery or something like that. I love her little face. I think she's so sweet. So I picked her up, and I just thought she was the most precious little thing ever. And then last but certainly not least, another pair of Chacos. So you saw I got purple Chacos, and now I have these. It's like a red orange. If you see the stripes up close, it's like a reddish orange color. These I paid up for. Well, actually didn't pay up for these. They were marked at $12. You could tell they were like a reselling yard sale that we have. You know how there's like resellers that sell on the internet? Well, here we have resellers who sell at like out of their homes or in a community center or things like that. So I could tell that that's what these were from, but these look, I mean, based on the bottoms, like brand new. And my mom haggled for $10, so she actually ended up paying for it. And yeah, the only thing that's missing is this little thing that's here is missing on this side, and I've just gotta clean up a couple little marks on this one. So I think that's just gonna wipe off. Yeah, and I just washed my hands, so if you think that's weird that I just licked my finger, don't worry. I've been trying to get mud stains out of clothes. So that was my last item. And then my mom found a bunch of stuff for me yard selling this weekend, but I'm not going to be able to share that in this haul because I haven't seen her yet. But she got me some really cool stuff. Hint, hint, one of them is related to this. That might be, is it my third pair of yard sale chacos for the year? Maybe. So she found me some super cool stuff and I'm excited to grab that from her. But y'all, yard sales have been pretty good this season. It seems like every time you move to a new area, like I've said before, you have to relearn where the good yard sales are, what days are best. So far, it seems like for me, Fridays are the best day for yard sales here. I've learned a lot of people don't advertise on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. Some people advertise in the paper, and then most people just stick signs out by the road. Oh, I did buy one other thing, but I'm not going to bring it in here because it's outside because I need to clean it. I paid $15 for a giant set of Melissa and Doug trains, a wooden train set. It was normally $155 or $58, and I think most of the pieces are in there because I opened up the box and looked, and I got it for $15, and I was like, heck, I will be putting that in storage. I did have one thing that got away from me this weekend, which I wish I would have picked up. There was a little child-sized radio flyer wagon, which we were going back and forth on. The price was fine. We just weren't sure if we should get it or not. And then my mom mentioned, well, maybe you could use it as a planter. And then I kid you not, I went to yard sales the next day and somebody in their front yard had a vintage child's wheelbarrow with all these beautiful flowers planted in it. And I was like, I should have bought it. So if you're somebody who's new to yard selling, just know you will have things that you regret not purchasing. And that is one of mine. I'm like, oh, why didn't I get that? So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I think there's going to be a lot more yard sales to come. We are getting ready to go on vacation, and best believe there's going to be some good thrifting, hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe even some free sales. We're going to the beach, a beach I used to live at for 2.5 years, I think, 2.5 years. And we used to get free stuff off the street constantly. Like, people would advertise on Craigslist free stuff, and I would get, I mean, really cool stuff. Clothes, home accessories, people would put out bicycles. I never got a bicycle, but there was like kids' bikes, books, and all manner of things. So I'm hoping maybe we'll run up on some free sales while we're up there, because I mean, it's an area, I mean, my husband was in the military, so it's an area that had people moving in and out a lot, and when you have to move quickly, the last thing you want to do when you're having to do military moving is pack up like a mostly empty bottle of Windex or a half-used bottle of Windex. You'd rather just like put it on the side of the street and say, have at it. And you might not have the storage space in your car to make a whole bunch of trips to Goodwill and donate stuff, or the time. I mean, if you've got young kids and you're trying to pack stuff up. So people would just oftentimes just set it by the road. So I miss that because we don't do that here. So hopefully there'll be a peek of some of what hopefully is to come from our vacation experience. So leave me a comment down below. How are the yard sales in your area? Do you have a best day to go yard sailing or a best area that you've learned? It's funny how different places are different. Like where I grew up, nobody ever had Friday yard sales. Here, everybody does Friday yard sales, and that's usually the best. People donate really nice stuff to church yard sales where I'm from. I mean, there'd be some stuff, but it'd usually not be stuff that I would want. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.